All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to unpack a story that takes one of the most basic rules of finance and flips it completely upside down. It's a powerful lesson told through the story of a grandfather who learned things the hard way.
So picture this. A grandfather sits his grandson down and the first thing he says is, never save money. I mean, what kind of advice is that? It flies in the face of everything we're ever taught, right? Save for a rainy day, save for retirement. But the grandfather just smiled and said, no, don't just save money, make it grow. So you have to ask, why would he say something so radical? Where does that kind of thinking come from? Well, the answer isn't in some complicated financial textbook. It's actually baked into the story of his own life, a journey from hardship to, well, a really profound discovery.
All right, so let's set the scene. We're going to start at the beginning with a man who was, let's say, a bit of a dreamer.
So this man, our grandfather, he spent most of his days talking about the future. You know the type. One day I'm going to open a shop. One day I'll buy some cows. One day we'll be rich. But that one day just never seemed to show up. He was all talk, no action.
And here's the thing. While he was lost in his daydreams, his family was living a very different, very harsh reality. His wife was working her fingers to the bone, but there was just never enough. Then one night, his young grandson comes to him looking so thin and asks for a piece of bread. They go to the cupboard, open it up, and it's completely bare. That right there was the moment everything had to change.
So that empty cupboard, that was the wake-up call he needed. The grandfather finally decided to take action. He went out to find work. But as he was about to learn, just being busy isn't always the same thing as making progress.
He became a field worker, doing back-breaking labor all day. And yeah, he started bringing home a little money. But it was like being on a treadmill. The money would come in one hand and go right back out the other on food, bills, basic needs. He was working harder than ever, but they were still stuck. Saving anything felt totally impossible.
Then one day, he's at the village store, and he overhears someone say this, and this one little idea, it just lodges itself in his brain. Saving is the secret. It sounded like the answer to all of his problems, a real beacon of hope. So he goes and finds an old glass jar, hides it under the bed, and this jar becomes everything. Every week, he'd drop in a few coins, and you can just imagine that sound, right? That little clink, clink. That was the sound of hope. He even called it our tomorrow. And to fill that jar, they sacrificed a lot. He wore shoes with holes in them, they all ate a little bit less, all for the promise of what was inside that jar.
So after months of scrimping and saving, the big day finally arrives. The jar is full. He feels like he's finally done it. He's secured his family's future. But a brutal lesson was waiting for him down at the market.
You can just picture him walking to the market, right? Head held high, clutching this heavy jar of coins. He had a plan. Buy 3 big sacks of corn, enough to last them for ages. He pours the money on the counter, feeling, probably for the first time ever, truly secure. But the shopkeeper counts it all up, shakes his head, and then delivers the crushing news. Prices had gone up. The money he had worked so hard for, the future they had all sacrificed for, was suddenly worth only half of what he thought.
And this is the gut punch of the story, but it's also a huge economic lesson. He planned on 3 sacks of corn, but he walked away with 1.5. So what happened? In a word, inflation. It's that silent thief that eats away at the value of your cash. While his coins sat there, safe in the jar, the cost of everything else in the world went up. His money didn't shrink, but its buying power got cut in half.
A moment like that could absolutely break a person, and he could have just given up. But instead, something else happened. That disappointment led to a massive epiphany, a moment of clarity that would change his entire life.
So there he is, sitting outside his house, totally defeated. And he just starts watching his neighbors. They seemed calm, not worried like he was. One walks by with a basket of eggs, another with fresh milk. And that's when it hits him like a lightning bolt. They weren't just holding on to their money. They were using what they had to produce something new.
This is where the story gets really good. He took what little money he had left and he didn't put it in a jar. He bought a few chickens. His grandson called it their egg factory. They ate what they needed and sold the rest. And here's the absolute genius part. With the money they made, they bought another chicken. It created this simple but incredibly powerful cycle of growth. They were reinvesting.
And this one tiny shift in thinking, this move from passively saving to actively growing, didn't just change their finances. It changed their whole philosophy on what security really means.
One day, he's holding up a single egg and he looks at his grandson and says this egg is more powerful than a jar of money. Just think about that for a second. The jar of money was static. It was dead. But the egg was potential. It was life. It was a little factory that could create more value. So really, it all boils down to 2 very different mindsets. On one path, you have the jar. That's saving. It feels safe, but as we saw, it's static and it slowly loses its power. On the other path, you have the egg. That's growing. It's productive, it's alive, it creates new value. That's where real, lasting security comes from.
And this was the beautiful way the grandfathers summed it all up. It's such a perfect image, isn't it? If you just try to clutch your money tightly, it's going to slip through your fingers, one way or another. The goal isn't just to hold it, it's to use it to build something that lasts.
And that brings us right back to you. That's the real question this story leaves us with. The grandfathers started super small, just a couple of chickens. So what's your egg factory? It doesn't have to be a business. Maybe it's learning a new skill, starting a small side project, making a tiny investment. The lesson here is so much bigger than just money. It's about shifting your entire mindset from passively saving to actively growing. And that is a truly powerful idea.